Happy Hump Day, everyone. The struggle is real. I am VJ, and this is WIP It Wednesday, where we get to share our works in progress. And it even works out better if I hit the right buttons in the right order. Welcome in my new subscribers, returning subscribers, and channel members. I love each and every one of you. And if you are catching the replay, yay! Team Replay, thank you all so very much. And the fam is here. Hi, fam. Good to see you. Shatika, good afternoon, blessings, and happy crochet. How are you? And there is Suze. Hey, VJ, finally made it. Been so busy. Good to see you. Good to see you. And thank you for still sending in your works because you finally got those 15 trees done. Pat yourself on the back. Miss Kathleen and Trey are here. I'm doing fairly well. How are you two doing? She is crocheting on a purple hat and she has water in her cup. I have Earl Grey, courtesy of Sweet Sunflower Ashley and Miss Susan, with honey and lemon. There is Racine with happiness. I was trying to remember your new channel and it was not coming to me at all because I could not get past Racine with lots of tips. And I was concentrating and it wasn't happening. How you doing, girlfriend? And speaking of our dear Susan, how you doing? I hope you're resting today and putting your feet up. Everybody speaking. There's Leslie. Hello, hello. How are you? She is working on the blanket from last week. Had to frog 75% of it and do it again. It went sideways, but looking a lot better. Ooh, child. I'm glad you figured it out before you got too much further because you had put in a lot of work. OM to the G. I'm glad you discovered it when you did. When I first started doing those chevron blankets, instead of going straight up, my edges curved. Yeah, I had to learn how to use stitch markers. I had troubles with chevron. Laurie sent an email but can't stay long. She'll watch the replay. Thank you so very much for catching the replay because you get to see all the lusciousness. And thank you for coming by and sending an email. Appreciate it. And there is Laura's Block Ministries. How are you doing? And Racine is still crocheting on the scarf. Take your time. It is beautiful. You cannot rush perfection. And she's great. And tell Tom I said hi and hugs and love. There's my Missouri cousin Coley. I'm doing fairly well. How are you doing? And for all of those who are members of the other channel, I put a couple of things on the community tab. If you sometime this week have extra time on your hands, you might want to go over there and see what's going on. There is Mandy. How you doing? Oh, she's got all the fam on there. I'm sure you had it on there before, but I don't remember anything. I don't remember a thing. It not yesterday. No, yesterday most of you weren't here, but yesterday it was very sunny and everything coming through the window. Today it's dark, dank, and dreary. It was supposed to have started raining this morning. It hasn't made it yet. And I actually thought it was raining and I looked out on my deck and no, it was dry. I don't know what the rain is waiting on, but yeah, it needs to get over with. I know everybody can see this sitting over here. I came in yesterday from bringing in the trash cans. Went and made a bowl of cereal. Came in to sit down and go through some things. I had 5 lovely cases sitting on my porch. Now, how they got to my porch between the time I came in from bringing in the cans and coming to the front with my cereal, and it didn't make my bell ring, I don't know. But Shorty and I have our work cut out for us, and the rest of you are going to have some fun because I've got, I don't know where the size is. Oh, I've got five, uh, no, that, I don't know, 20 by 20 by 15-inch boxes. Help! I can't sit down and pick it up. 20 by 20 by 15 boxes of yarn, courtesy of Miss Susan Vincent. So Shorty and I are going to be going through some yarn, and we're going to be bagging it up, and we're going to have several yarn sales because no, I am not going to do an 11-hour sale trying to sell all the yarn. We're going to sell it in drips and drabs so everybody doesn't get tired. But I think I'm not going to say until it's going to be like $25, $35 bags, depending upon how many colorways are in a box, how to match them up. I'll figure something out and I will let you know, but hold on to your Christmas money because we got yarn coming. And it's just going to be a plain flat sale. We're not going to do an auction because we'd be here until New Year's of 2027. Unless two people really, 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 really want the same bag, then they can bid on it. But other than that, we're just going to do a yard sale and call it a day. I'll make it easy on everybody. Dinky Jen, welcome in. Thank you for coming. Froggy Elephant Story Raid. Oh, have mercy. Thank you for coming in from the Froggy Elephant Story Raid. I don't know how I missed that one. Tom said, loves and hugs to everyone. Yeah, they got here last night, and I was like, I was just out there. And why do you wait until it gets dark to bring these boxes? Whew. Yeah, I looked out the window. Susan had told me they were big, but I looked out the window, and he had just piled them up there on my porch, and I'm like, seriously, you couldn't ring the bell and sit them inside the door. You just dropped them at the edge of the porch so you could run, hoping I didn't see you, right? Oh my gosh. But I know how to do it. I just rolled them in over in, rolled them in the house, pushed them to the side of the wall and stacked them up. And yeah, I'll have some fun. Coley's doing well, trying to stay relaxed and peaceful. Day didn't start the best, but slow improvements are welcome. Yes, slow improvements are welcome. Any kind of improvement is welcome. Packaged up before I found more. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to start sorting these. And if you find more of what you've already sent, just email me what you have more of, and I'll make sure that I don't bag those up until I get whatever else is coming. Because we're going to be here for a while. So you just take your time. I'll start with whatever I have all of, and the stuff that you find more of, just let me know what it is, and I'll put it to the side. Chris, welcome in. Good to see you. You had a nap? Yay. I'm glad you had a nap. She said drop and run. Oh my goodness. You should have seen me trying to get this box in through the door with this, trying to get through that door. I am glad there was nobody here with videotaping me because it was comical. I was laughing at myself. Mandy says, I just got a knitting machine and made my first official beanie on it. Yay! What did you get? An Addy? A Central? What did you get? Do tell. You know we like all the gadgets. Mandy says my oldest daughter claimed it and said it's the most comfortable hat. Mandy, you know you got to make two. No, you got to make three because somebody at school is going to want one. So now you got to make three of everything. I love it. Roberta, welcome in. She says at least he didn't put the boxes in front of the door so you couldn't open it. Well, I was in the house and my door opens into the house. So I would have been able to open the door, but baby, I'm still trying to figure out how he got all those boxes on the porch and I didn't hear the thing going off. I don't know what happened. Laura says, I got my package from Susan like 10 p.m. last night. Okay. And now I'm out. 10 p.m.? Seriously? Oh, child. Nightbot, thank you for coming in to work. I appreciate that. Mandy says, I got a Central to see if I like it first. I'll see if it's worth getting an Addy. You know what? If you like the Central, stay with the Central because it has more pins than the Addy. So if you want to make, adult size hats and all that, you might just want to stay with the Central. I'm just saying. Racine says, VJ, it's a good thing you ate your cereal. No, I had to get the boxes in first because I didn't want them to walk away. And so I was moving those boxes in quickly because you all heard the story about me and soggy cereal. And I had it wasn't oatmeal. This was out of the box cereal. And I had poured the milk and everything on it before I saw the boxes, trying to figure out if the boxes were safe, which was a no because he didn't push them up towards my door. He left them out in the opening, and I minimized Reese. So why am I hearing him? Hold on. Of course, I have a live, and Reese is going live. He does that to me just because. Ooh, Lord. I minimized him and I took off my notifications. I put on a different tab and he's still playing. Now, on the days when I'm playing a different tab and I'm still on that window, he doesn't play. But let me try to do something else, and here he is playing. I don't know what I'm going to do with that man. I really don't. I just got to love him. He's entertaining, but daggum. Yeah, so I had to hurry up and get the boxes in so I could eat my cereal while it was still crunchy without giving myself indigestion for fast eating. Mandy said I tried to make it for my husband, but he has a giant head, so it didn't fit him. Did you get the 46 pin? Or did you get the smaller one? What size did you get, Mandy? Jen says, hopefully my Central from my daughter will arrive tomorrow via Amazon. My Christmas present. Congratulations. That's an awesome present. Camille, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Camille, you weren't here earlier. I said, if you have a chance, check out the community tab on the other channel because I put some stuff over there. Mandy says, Jennifer, it was my gift to myself. Sometimes you got to treat yourself. And especially with the Central, you can treat yourself and not feel guilty. With the Addy, yeah, you might be put on in the corner someplace. Jen says, I wanted one last year. And I think they're as low as they are going to be. You are welcome, Camille. Yeah, I put some stuff up there yesterday or last week. I don't know. You all know how I am about dates. But I found this little thing today and I've played it like 12 times because they're playing the drums and I love it. Hello, cousin Michelle. Check the community tab on the other channel when you have a chance. Like I said, I have played that one about 12 times and while I was doing other things. Because I like drums. You want one? You know what? Check estate sales in your area. Um, and you might be able to get one for next to nothing. Michelle hopes everybody is well. Vicky, hello, hello, my love. How are you? You're working and lurking. I am so sorry you're. No, I am not sorry you're working because everybody who still has a job, I am happy for you. And thank you for lurking. I touched it. I'm sorry. How are things in your neck of the woods, Vicky? Camille says, I don't know if I have a whip or a frog today, but it's a cry shay day. Oh no, don't cry over your shay. Don't do that. Just working and battling this darn cold. Keep it over there. Keep it over there. I got my tea, my honey, and my lemon. I have to make some more witch's brew. I planted my ginger though, so but I found some candied ginger. I'm gonna use it instead. Right? I work from home, so it's all good. That's a blessing as well. That is a blessing. Okay, let's get this party started because we know I'll sit here babbling and it'll be time for Granny D. And I already have the parking pass. So, when it gets close to time, sit your chairs up and put on your seatbelts because Bonnie's not here and I get to drive. We know I take corners just a little fast sometimes. The right turns are a little sharper than the left turns, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Suze says winter Christmas stocking pattern by Rich Texture Crochet. And for all of you graph lovers, it's a graph. And it is gorgeous, but my name is VJ and we know that I don't have the attention span to do a graph, but that's just me. Let's see if I can make this work without going off the rails. Nope, but I tried. There we go. Oh, I like. I like. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. And Michelle saying hi to Roberta. Roberta, did I speak to you? Did I see you? We know it's Wednesday, so everything's kind of up in the air. Michelle forgot to submit a pic of her whip. She'll remember someday. There's always next week, I hope. Yeah, we Roberta, we've been passing this cold back and forth since April, and we haven't even been together since April. So I don't know how we keep making each other sick. Susan says, I remember sliding across the bus on one of your right turns. But that's why I make sure that the doors are locked because I don't want anybody flying out the door. That would be, I don't know if my insurance would cover that. Zach, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And that is also why I tell everybody to put on their seat belts so you don't slide. And then you have to hold on to your yarn so your yarn doesn't go flying. I'll try to go. No, I'm not going. I'm not going to say I'm going to try to go slower because I like to drive fast, but I don't drive as fast as my daughter. And my granddaughter told me that I drive slow. And I told her, no, I don't drive slow. Your mama drives fast. So I had to pull up the app and prove to her that her mother drives 85. And she's like, she said she wasn't going to drive that fast anymore. And I said, well, you see, she drives 85. She drives fast. I drive 8 miles above the speed limit. It is I read to you what it is. Do you think I'm really going to remember? You know I'm not. It's a winter Christmas stocking, and the pattern is by Rich Texture Crochet. And I am hoping that we are looking at the top down because I think that's the cuff. Suzanne will correct me if I am wrong, but it's still pretty. It's still pretty. Roberta says, I am still putting together my Triceratops, but it makes no sense except in my mind. If it makes sense in your mind, it will come together and we will love it. I know we will. I've loved everything you've done. And I don't know how you do it in your mind. Sue says, thank you, Vijay. Hope I can finish it. I'm not great with stockings. Oh, that reminds me, I have to package up that stocking and send it to my little sister. She found somebody who's going to finish it. I have to make a copy of the pattern, though. I want the pattern. Someday I might actually make it, but it's not going to be on this one. It's just not. I keep finding things I want to crochet, and people keep wanting me to knit. Can we do it in crochet? Oh, man. And that's the other thing. Why does everybody want crocheters to knit? I don't hear knitters complaining about being asked to crochet. So why does everybody ask crocheters to knit? I don't get it. Or is it just me? Zach Racy wants to know how you're feeling. Roberta says it's frustrating because what used to take me 8 hours now takes me 2 weeks. I know. It's I remember I told you my doctor said because I was complaining about the same thing, and she says when you were working trauma, you were on point and you had to multitask. Now that you don't have to multitask, your brain doesn't act like that anymore. I said, oh, so I used to be superhuman and now I'm just human. She says, yep, that's it. So you used to be superhuman. Now you're just human. And that's from my surgeon. So you got medical knowledge there. Yeah, she says you don't have to zoom anymore. So your brain is not going to let you do that. I'm like, but I got things I need to do. Yeah, no. Brain is like, chill. Monopatme. Well, they are still well worth it, and you are incredible. Roberta. Yes, they are. She is. And especially since she's doing it in her head, she doesn't have a pattern. Angelise, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? Thank you for coming. Suzanne, that looks like I know it's you. That's why I do these. You all are so flippin' talented. Carol, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for coming. Angelique says, good afternoon. God bless you, my Yarny family. I will give you an amen on that because we need all the blessings we can get. We really do. Now more than ever. Roberta says, because crochet is called knit in some countries. It took me a couple of years to figure that out because I kept looking at all of these thumbnails that look like crochet and the description said easy knit pattern. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to knit that. And I keep going. And then finally realized that, oh, no, that really is crochet. Who knew? And why do they call crochet knit? I'm still confused. Roberta says, now I'm not even human. You're human. You are. You are human. I promise you. Michelle says, join me, Roberta. I'm not human. I am diabolical. Oh, Lord. And she is. She really is. She really is. Carol says, Carol's running from me. Getting headaches, Michelle, could be the weather. I've had a headache for the last 3 days and I'm just moseying on. Isella, welcome in. Thank you for coming. Oh, you got me on the TV. Just took out the computer to say hi. Well, thank you for saying hi, and I hope your TV doesn't crack. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Roberta says, Michelle, that's why I'm not allowed out in public. Oh, my gosh. See, I was smart. I actually brought in my charger. And I got the other end plugged in. So now I can plug in the computer and not have to put you all on hold and run out. I knew it was going to do that because I played that short like 12 times. I enjoyed it. I may end up playing it 12 more times tonight. Oh, Miss Susan. What do you mean, welcome to Whatnot, VJ? I didn't join Whatnot. Who told you I joined you? I can't join anything else. What do you mean, welcome to Whatnot? Miss Susan. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with you, but okay. You are so sweet. I still don't know what I'm going to do with you, but you are so sweet. Thank you. Oh, okay. While I'm over here in the email, Laurie says, update on the bookcase cardigan back panel. Almost done with the second shelf. That edge is straight. I just pulled it weird for the pick. Oops. As long as you know it's straight, because if not, you're going to have a funny looking cardigan. I'm just saying. There are certain things you can cure by blocking, and there's certain things that you have to go back to the frog. Then she says, I am making a bluey hat for my granddaughter. You know what? Let's do them one at a time. Okay, update on the bookcase. We're going to look at that one first. Then we're going to read the direction of the description of the other one, because by the time I get to the end, I'm not going to know what's happening. And we know this. And we know this. Oh. Oh my. Look at you, Laurie. And all of that yarn is speckled. And now you got your bobbins out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You got 16 bobbins? Ooh, child. Go ahead with your bad self. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Go ahead with your bad self. Michelle says, I stay indoors to keep the public safe. Angelique says, still hang on. I'm still trying to finish my scarf, but this cold is too much. Oh, baby, I am so sorry you're sick. I hope your parents are giving you something for it, because, yeah, I'm tired of being sick. Isela says, today is the school Christmas program. Help me, Lord. Bunch of 8 and 9-year-olds singing. Ugh. Ooh, Lord. Thank you for mentioning that, because I think Shorty got something going on somewhere. I hope it's not this week. I hope it's next week. Because I am tired of... Why are you telling me he's live? He's been live for 18 minutes. You're late. Yes, it's not this week. Yay. Because I really, and I don't, Shorty's middle school has only 3 grades, but they've got this little bitty parking lot. And if you don't get there half an hour before you need to be there, you don't get a place to park. And the street leading up to the school is like no parking on one side. Actually, there's no parking at all. Yeah, it's horrible. It really is horrible. Roberta says, I used to tell my managers I need a public safety vacation. That's why I started drinking coffee, because nobody was safe if I had not had enough caffeine. Michelle says, Angelise, I get it. Same here. Yeah, we've all been sick. And I don't know why. So I've started wearing masks again, and I still came down with the cold. I'd hate to see what I had caught if I had not been wearing a mask. Laura says, I think so to all the situation. I've had headache, vertigo, nausea. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Yeah, that's a commitment. And you're way up there in Canada, so you don't even have the same atmospheric pressure that we do in the lower 48, do you? Isela says, look at all those bobbins. And she fainted on the floor. Now, if you make Isela faint, you know you have gone some, because she takes on some major projects. Jen says, that looks busy. Too many bobbins. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised your cats don't chew on the bobbins. I really am. Michelle says, same, Isela. Sorry if I spelled that wrong. You were very close. You were very close. Let me see if I remember correctly. It's Isela. That looks right. Watch her tell me I was wrong. I think that's right. Roberta says, I thought the same thing. Those bobbins just upped my anxiety. I know. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in. We're all having kittens over all these bobbins Laurie's using. My name is VJ. All those bobbins and graphs are not in my wheelhouse. And maybe the last thing I do on this earth. Jen says, we had the singers practicing since last week. It's been concert afternoons this week. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Excuse me. Susan says, my ex told me he almost pulled a Susan on a cop. Now, what did he mean by that? Susan, have you not been quite nice to some of the the finest? Michael, welcome in. That's why I avoid people from public safety. No, you avoid people because if you piss them off, your knees are not going to let you outrun them, and you don't want to be caught. I'm in the same boat. I can't outrun them. So if I do anything, I have to stay in my car, because I do not mind driving over somebody if they're after me. And my doors are always locked. So if you want to grab my door, hold on, because you're going for a ride. Everybody speaking. Laura says, I'm thinking it's the weather bringing it on. We had a major winter storm. Really? Yay, I remembered. Yay, look at me. Okay, we can end this live now because I actually remembered something. So we're done. we're done. I actually remembered something. Thank you, Isela. Then Laurie says, I'm making a bluey hat for my granddaughter. It might as well be amigurumi with all the sewing I'm going to have to do. And she puts her hand over her head. I still have ears to crochet. Oh, child. See, oh, Laurie, girlfriend. No, I'm gonna leave this like this so everybody can see. Get. You take on these major things. I love my granddaughter, but ain't no way. Ain't no way. And you gotta make ears. OMG, she's gonna love that, but ain't no way. Wow. Go ahead with your bad self. Mandy, there's your next project. Oh, wee. You all take on major things. I love it. I love it. I'm living vicariously through you. Michelle says, I am so sorry. I don't like making mistakes on people. Roberta says, and now my hands itch to do a diagram, a graph GAN. Go for it on people's names. I don't either. I don't either. I don't either. And I try to get the spelling correct and everything. I'm the same way. And I would pride myself when I was still working because I could get a lot of the foreign names, the Polish and Bosnian and whatnot. I was like, but I'd have to sit there and think about it for a few minutes. It wasn't that I could look at it and come up with the pronunciation. I had to think about it for a few minutes. And I always had trouble if they had two vowels together. But I didn't mind asking the people, I'm sorry, how do you pronounce your name? And however they pronounced it is what they were called. Michael says, I love all those bobbins. If it's not at least 15 bobbins, the graph isn't worth it to me. Baby, 15. When I do graph GANs, I need complicated. That's why you don't sleep. 15. When you do graphs, you need complicated. Okay. Okay. All right. I still love you. And Carol hopes you and Panda are staying well. And it's not cold down there yet, is it, Michael? Michelle says, I am so sorry. I have to drop off. My head feels like I'm underwater. Cuz you take care of yourself. And she says, have a happy Wednesday and stay safe. Yes, please feel better. Hot tea with Halls. Isella says, it's okay with me, Michelle. Call me anything but late for dinner. Roberta says, VJ, that's why I say in zombie apocalypse, I'll be the bait and y'all can get away. No, you're going to be in the back seat. We're taking you with us. Michael says, mark this day on your calendar. VJ remembered something. Yeah, I'm telling you, put it on your calendar because I remembered something. Honest to Pete, I always remark when I remembered something and it was correct. Okay, Stella's got to rush off. Need to change into an ugly sweater and Grinch hat for the concert. Now that is a dedicated granny because I'm not doing all that. They'll be good if I show up. So good luck, Isella. I can't wait to hear how the concert goes. Mandy's laughing. I was just going to say my friend's son loves Bluey. See? Jen says, more parts than my Yeti beanie. It's good. Oh, Lord. How many parts did your Yeti beanie have? Mandy says, but that is too much sewing for my taste. There ought to be a way to use, what is it, Stitch Witch, and make that into a graph so that you can do it all at once. But don't look at me because I know nothing about it. Susan says, woohoo, found one of the missing baits. Yay! I want to say, hold on to that set. They'll show up. Yay! Yay! Roberta says, Mandy, I do my sewing watching TV because then I don't have to concentrate. Now that's an idea. Yeah, we want Michelle to get better soon. Michael says, it's cold to me. I'm always cold. It's 63 today, 75 tomorrow, 45 Friday. So hurting weather. You're going from 63 to 75 to 45. That's a 30-degree jump. That's craziness. Yeah, I know you wrap up very well when you are working. Ollie's has heated blankets and throws on sale this week. FYI. Susan says, also found several metal Susan baits in a crochet bag of tiny yarn balls. You're having a scavenger hunt. You're having a scavenger hunt. 53, not 63. So you're going from 53 to 63 and then back. Good Lord. Be careful because that's illness weather. Sarah says, not laughing at the fact that you hurt Michael. I hope you feel all right. Yeah, they're new with tags on them. For heaven's sakes. Michael says, Sarah, thank you. Just hope it doesn't set off a flare up. But good soup, stew, or chilly weather. I second that. I made some turkey vegetable soup, but I got to put the seasonings in because I don't know how it happened, but I did not put enough seasoning in the soup, so I have to go add more. Jen says, just eyes and mouth. It's mostly white, and I'll wear it next week. Oh, it's for you? Okay. I forgot you can't give it to the kids anymore. Carol says, got a headache, Michael. Could be the weather. Mandy says, my ADHD just gets mad at me when I try to do too much sewing. You can do all that crocheting, and now you can use the knitting machine. But okay, okay, okay. It's everybody has a different issue, and we just have to learn to work around it. Sarah says, same here, Mandy. I always have a pile of whips with ends to weave in or things to sew together. I crochet over my ends, and I don't make things that need to be sewn together. They would still be whips. They'll just still be whips. Yeah, when I'm through crocheting, I'm through crocheting. I can't. I can, but I don't. How about that? And then Laurie says, and I'm further on the baby blanket. You can start to see there are trees on the outside edge, fiber spider tessellated tree fillet pattern, but I made the fillet spots into popcorn stitches. That is wise if it's a baby blanket. Ooh, ooh. Laurie, I'm glad you didn't frog this. This is going to be gorgeous. Yeah, you closed up that fillet and made popcorn. Yes. Yes. Look at you making it your own. Mandy says, Sarah, I still have blankets that we just use and the ends are not woven in. Oh, Mandy. Carol's beautiful, pretty. It is so pretty. Go ahead, Laurie. Keep moving. You got it going on there. You've got it going on there. And I believe that is the last one for the email. And big hugs to you, Laurie. Let me refresh real quick. Then we'll go back to Facebook. Yeah, okay. Back to the world of the face. Dinky Jen says, half and half knit slash pearl beanie using Hobby XL in teal, maybe. Color 32 and Hobby Starlight as reflective yarn, no band. I angled the light so you can see the dots. Oh, oh yes. Thank you for doing that. Oh yes. Look at you, Jen. How come StreamYard doesn't know that I want to share this tab when I move? It should follow me without me telling it to. And you're knitting it. Go ahead with your bad self. And that red is reflect. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. And you know I love that teal. Ricky, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Roberta says, an original heirloom. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Sarah loves the colors. Zach says, carrots and green beans. Sorry, had to be random. I thought you were talking about carrot colored yarn. Zach. Hi, Rita. Welcome in. I'm doing good. We have a cold sitting here and trying to make toes on one of the tubes I cranked. I do think I need to get looser tension, bulletproof tubes here. Well, since they're going to the Ukraine, they need to be bulletproof. But you're getting the hang of it. That's wonderful. And now you're okay. So you still have other things you have to do after you crank them out, but it's still faster, isn't it? Aren't those colors pretty? I would not have thought to put those colors together. I know, Michael. Jen, you really did well there. Mara, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. How are you? And there's Charlotte. Hello. Chamomile tea in my cup. PDQ hat by Juan using Premier Just Yarn ruby color. Okay. Is that PDQ? Well, it's not pretty darn cute, but I bet it's pretty darn cute. Anyway, I have not been over to Juan's lately. Cold and snowing. That is a beautiful color. Isn't that beautiful, Charlotte? Um, we're 35 degrees and windy. We were supposed to have rain. Rain has not come yet. We just got rid of all of the Thanksgiving snow, and as far as I'm concerned, that could be the last of the snow. We really don't have to have any more. I'm done. I'm good. I'm okay. Yeah, we don't really have to have any more. If anybody asks me about it, I'm good. Rita says, oh, yes, it is so much faster. Now I am playing around to get the sweet point on them. Okay. Okay. Look at you with your new toy. I'm glad you like it. That is the one fear. You spend that much money on something and then you don't like it. And Jen says, update on doll number 2. Dress needs more frills. Doll needs hair / stuffing and a toy. The doll is going to get a toy. Okay. We can't have the doll being depressed. She has to have her own toy. Oh, look at those slippers. Jen, those are so cute. You're going to put more frills on the dress. Oh my goodness. I can't get over those socks and those shoes. Jen, you are really doing it with the colors this week. I never would have put those colors together. Look at you. Michael says, I want snow, but wait till I can go to the store first and stock up on fat food. Don't you mean fast food, or do you really mean fat food, Michael? You feel yarn? I feel yarn before I use it. Carol says, be nice to have snow on Christmas Day. I'm okay without it. I really am. Well, you know what? Part of the problem is people in St. Louis forget how to drive in the snow from year to year. And you've got people on the highway in the middle lane doing 40 instead of staying over to the right. And then you have other people zipping around trying to get ahead of all the slow going people, and they end up spinning out and causing a major accident, where if people would stay in the lane they're supposed to be in, we wouldn't have these issues. Slow people stay to the right, and if you're really afraid to be out there, just stay home. If you're retired, there is no reason for you to be out there. Just stay home. Call DoorDash, have them bring you whatever you want. Call a kid, call a grandchild. You don't need to be out there. Racine says, Jen, OMG, you outdid yourself. Uh-huh. Michael says, fat food, aka cookies, candy, ice cream. You did mean fat. Oh. Rita says, as I understand on the website, they say people normally have to loose tension, but I guess my yarn is skinny enough because it's tight. I did find out how to get it looser. Oh, Rita, if you're using real thin yarn, use 2 strands, and that'll make it looser. Because when we do loom knitting, we either have to use a bulky 5 or we have to use 2 4-weights. We can't just use a single 4-weight, or you end up with a toddler hat. Yeah, use 2 strands. Jen says the grandma asked for pink and purple. The pattern follows the socks. Wow, you did that. I love it. I love it. So hello, welcome in. Good to see you, Blanket. Hello. Listening while walking home. Man, it's freezing out here. Why are you walking? Girlfriend, you can't park by your building? Ooh, Lord have mercy. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Charlotte says, no, I feel you about the snow. Thank you. Yeah, I had enough. Thank you very much. Rita says, it feels like we have had rain for 2 months and I am just done with it. Give me snow. Honey, if more snow comes this way, you're welcome to it. And here's Sunitha. She'll be happy to give you hers. Happy hump day, girlfriend. How you doing? Good to see you. I was looking for you Monday because I was going to raid you and I didn't. Are you taking the month of December off? Because I thought you were just taking last week off. I'm confused. Chris says Rosette by Chris K. Scraps of 100% cotton. She's out here designing. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris. And this is scraps. It's beautiful. You really meshed those colors nicely, Chris. You really did. That is really nice. Leslie says, that's California drivers in the rain. See? But we have snow every year. I don't understand how they can't remember from one year to the next. Carol says, you got that right, BJ. Yeah, I mean, if you've got no place to go, stay home. That's why when they call me and ask me, do I want to make a doctor's appointment? I said, yes. They say morning or afternoon. I say morning. Jennifer's laughing at Racine. You missed my Jenny Dow for October. Yeah, she'll have to scroll through the group to see it. BJ, I agree about the snow and driving. Love your dial, Jen. I said make it after 9 o'clock so people have a chance to get to work because they're trying to go someplace. They're in a hurry and they need to be there. So I'm gonna let them have the road and I will come down here once they get to work. I don't have to be out there. So there's no need in me making an 8 o'clock appointment when people are trying to go to work. And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, they got to go to work. I will come down here afterwards. I'm not getting in anybody's way because they got someplace to go. Zoila, Jen wants to know how you and your mom are doing. Michael says, I think there should be an indoor driving course that has to be passed to get licensed to drive. Has snow, ice, rain conditions they have to drive through. Michael, I don't even think they make them take the road test anymore to get their license, I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I heard. Susan says, hi, Zoila. Hope everything is going well with you and your family. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Sanita says, yes, yep, and not sure. Oh, good. I hadn't missed anything then because I was like, wait a minute. Roberta says, I taught my daughter to drive in snow by taking her to the school parking lot. I took my daughter to the school parking lot and I was doing donuts and donuts on the parking lot and she had a fit. Okay, Racine's going to go look. Sanita says leaving for Texas Saturday and won't be back till Tuesday. So possibly maybe just the 22nd, then off the rest of the year. Mommy, 1 year is the 28th. I am so sorry. I saw when you said on the, was it the 4th when she went into the hospital? Yeah, this is a bad time for you. And I am so sorry. And my cousin who was in ICU passed away yesterday. I don't know when the services are going to be yet. So I'll let you know because we're not going to be having a live that day. But and it's hard when you lose people around Christmas because you're always going to be thinking about that. And the holiday seasons was her best time of the year because we all got together and we all had a lot of food. Yeah. Roberta says it was iced over and I made her slam on the brakes and she had to get out of the slide. Oh, Lord. You traumatized the poor girl. You traumatized her. Mara says, we did that with our kids too, Roberta. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's Chris. You're so welcome. Roberta says, now she almost refuses to drive in bad weather. Did I scar my kid? I believe so. It is quite possible. Racine says, Jennifer, I just saw it. OMG, you do beautiful dolls. Thank you, Rita. Thank you. I thought she was going to come out of it, but she didn't. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, prayers and condolences. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. She was good people. Um, and we have, wait a minute, Ricky said, my thing didn't go off, but UPS just drove by and I don't know. The truck says U-Haul and he's wearing an Amazon mask. I don't know who this person works for. Lord. I just I just heard something hit my front porch, but my thing didn't ding. And I don't have it on silent. I don't know what's happening here. I might have to go out and reset my camera. Hold on, everybody. I got to see what's going on with my house here. He probably ran up to the door and just threw it on the porch, which is why I heard it hit the porch, because he is not on screen. And it's too cold for me to go out there and sweep my porch. So, yeah, he just threw the box. I heard it hit. My late husband said I could hear a gnat fart. But yeah, he's not on screen. Little stinker. And I think this is what happened with Susan's boxes. The man stood out there on that round piece and just threw the boxes up on the porch. So he didn't ring on camera either. Craziness, crazy. And yeah, I'm not going to sit here and stare at the camera. So we're just going to do what we're going to do. Ricky says, I took my oldest son out and went Tokyo Drift with him first, and then he got to try as well. Tokyo Drift? What's a Tokyo Drift? Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Susan. And what's really scary is she was only 6 years older than me. So I'm kind of like, no. Now he is not afraid of driving no matter the weather. I drove through the blizzard of 82 and the blizzard of 93. I can drive. It's everybody else out on the road. I don't want to be out there with them. Roberta said the positive is she's never had an accident that was her fault. There you go. Thank you, Carol. You should go look. I did. I just looked because I'm like, what the hey? He was a ninja. Racy says, VJ, thank you. Today I must have fat fingers or autocorrect is having fun with my words today. You're welcome. See, aren't you glad I know you that well to know what you're trying to say? That's why I have everybody finish my sentences because I get you all know I get midstream and I don't know where I'm going. Fast and Furious reference. Oh, okay. I've never seen Fast and Furious. Oh, thank you, Ricky. Thank you so much. We have no, wait a minute, I want to remove that. Miss Susan with the big heart has oh wait a minute. She has found, I don't mean to be in everybody's face, but why is my type so small? She says, let's do a giveaway on this yarn, all cotton, willow meadow, 115 yards, 1.7 ounce each, 12 to 16 earth tones. You got 12 to 16 of these? How many people do you want to give them to? And this is what they look. This is what they look like. Oh, this one. There we go. Willow Metal Yarns. And she's got 12 to 16 of these, 1.75 ounces. Made in Toiki. And 5 millimeter hook or 4.5 millimeter knitting needles. Oh, that is so sweet of you, Mara. I'm gonna play your song for you in just a minute because I can't do two screens at once, unfortunately. How are you? It is so good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. You doing okay? Chris says me. Okay, Susan says they're tiny. Roberta says that's really nice yarn. Okay. Okay, Roberta says they're tiny. So, where is my thing? So, if you are interested, I'm glad you're doing well. If you are, no, change you may not be saved. Hold on. Why are you doing this to me today? Now, if I'm not using this, it works right. And if I'm using it, it doesn't work. I might disappear out. I'm back. They put a tab up there for the giveaway tool, and I was playing with it before, and it let me open it live. But today, it's like, yeah, no, you got to do something else. So, if you are interested in 12 to 16 1.75 skeins of willow yarn, please type willow in the chat. And I'm not going to type it because I don't want to. Let's see. Delete that. Does that work? No. Carry on. I'm There we go. Willow. Got 3 willows so far. That all we have interested in 100% cotton yarn? Vicky, you just got in. Okay, going once, going twice, third time's a charm. Oh, Vicky is lurking. Vicky, do you still feel bad? You weren't feeling well the other day, were you? And thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. Vicky, that's when lurking comes in. Oh, Vicky, you're in the UK. No, you're Vicky, where are you? Are you in the US? I should have said at the top US only. I'm so sorry. Vicky, where are you? So not bad, just not 100%. That's good. That's good. Uh oh, you're in Oklahoma? Okay. Email Susan. Hold on, let me get her email address for you. And email her and give her your snail mail address, and she will take care of you because she has got this shipping stuff down pat. Let me tell you. So this is Miss Susan. Oh Lord, that's not Miss Susan. Can I have a copy and paste, please? Control C, I said. I feel like foghorn leghorn. Carol's in the UK. Thank you, Carol. I thought you both were in the UK for some reason. Look, I've already been right once today. That's all. That's all you get. Congratulations, Vicky. And I'm sorry that she said y'all. I'm sorry you're not 100%. Um. Oh, did hold on. Granny D hasn't gone live. Did Granny D put on? No, she scheduled it. There she is. She just went live. I was like, what the heck? I want to thank everybody who has spent the last hour and 15 minutes with me. You could have spent them anywhere, but you chose to spend them with me, and I do not take it lightly. Um, please like, share, and subscribe. Vicky, please don't forget to email Miss Susan. We're going to play the outro, and we're going to take the bus over to Granny D's. And if you don't mind hanging around for a while, we're gonna play the member song from Miss Mara. I guess we'll do Mara's member song first, just because it's short. Thank you, Chris. Now we're going to do the outro, and I will see everybody at Granny D's. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Love you.